Hi there, everyone, and welcome to Disney Decades. I'm your host, Nick LoCicero. In Disney Decades, I'm going to read about an event that happened in Disney Parks history, and you have to guess what year that event occurred. But there's a twist. In front of you, you should have a board with the dates 1950 through 2020. This is called the Time Wheel. You also have a set of 7 game pieces called Time Windows. If you don't yet have your Time Wheel and Time Windows, please pause this video and visit www.nt.com/DisneyDecades to download the game for free. Now, each time window is large enough to cover a series of years from 1 to 7. If you're really sure about a date, use a smaller time window. If you aren't too sure, use one of your larger time windows to cover more years. Once you use a time window, set it aside. It is no longer available for you to use. I have 15 events, and if you run out of time windows before I run out of events, you win. You'll have 20 seconds after I read an event to place your time window. If you need more time, just pause the video. No one's looking. All right, it's now time to play Disney Decades. Have fun and good luck. Here is your first event. Teddy Bear's Swinging Arcade opens at Disneyland. What year did Teddy Bear's Swinging Arcade open at Disneyland? Did you know Teddy Bear had her own arcade? Fun name, because she swings. Disney is so good at naming things sometimes. What year did that open at Disneyland? The year is 1972. 72. All right, number 2. The Gurgling Suitcase Bar opens at Disney's Old Key West Resort. What year did the Gurgling Suitcase open at Old Key West? Fun little place. Love it. It's tiny, but has good drinks, good food, and a really fun name. And I'm so glad they made merchandise for this. So fun. The Gurgling Suitcase opened in 1991. Back in 91. Yep. All right, here we go. Event number 3. Canada Far and Wide, a Circle Vision 360 film, premieres in the Canada Pavilion at Epcot. What year did Canada Far and Wide premiere in the Canada Pavilion at Epcot? Now remember, this was a replacement for O Canada, which was the film that was in there for many years. What year did Canada Far and Wide premiere? Well, time is up. That premiered in 2020. That's right, 2020. All right, event number 4, and this is our Disney Decades question of the week, which means if you're following us on TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook, you're going to see these reels come out once a week. Disney Decades question of the week, and we give one of these answers away, and this is the one. So if you're following us, you got this one. If you're not, pause this video, go find it, get the answer, then come back. There you go. It's a little hack for you. All right, event number 4. Merlin's Magic Shop closes at Disneyland. What year did Merlin's Magic Shop close at Disneyland? And maybe you don't need the hint. Maybe you know. Maybe you were there. Maybe you bought something in Merlin's Magic Shop. Who knows? But what year did it close? Pretty cool they had a magic shop. Time is up. 1983. It lasted a while. 1983 is when it closed. All right, number 5. The Disney Gallery opens at Disneyland. What year did the Disney Gallery open at Disneyland? Now, a couple episodes ago, we talked about what replaced the Disney Gallery. But what year did the Disney Gallery actually open at Disneyland? And place those time windows. Time is up. 1987. 1987. All right, event number 6. Here we go. The Paddlefish Restaurant replaces Fulton's Crab House at Disney Springs. This is in the big Paddleship restaurant there at Disney Springs? What year did the Paddlefish restaurant replace Fulton's Crab House at Disney Springs? Always like sitting up there on the top of the ship. Beautiful time at sunset, having a drink, having a bite, watching Disney Springs. All right, the year was 2017. All right, this one's a sad one for some, and it is event number 7. I know a lot of people like this one. Extraterrestrial alien encounter permanently closes in Tomorrowland at the Magic Kingdom. Oh boy, what year did Alien Encounter permanently close? Came Stitch. Yeah. Came a Stitch ride. Now not much going on there. But what year did Alien Encounter permanently close in Tomorrowland at the Magic Kingdom? The year was 2003. All right, that was our 7th event. So maybe you already went 7 for 7. I really want to hear about people who go 7 for 7. That is amazing. Well, if you still have some time windows left, here's event number 8. Chef Mickey's Restaurant replaces the Village Restaurant in the Disney Village Marketplace at Walt Disney World. We're not talking about Chef Mickey's over at the Contemporary. We're talking about Chef Mickey's Restaurant, which replaced the Village Restaurant at the Disney Village Marketplace at Walt Disney World, which is now Disney Springs, which was downtown Disney. It used to be Disney Village Marketplace. Lots of names for that place. What year did Chef Mickey's open there? 1990. The year was 1990. All right, moving on to event number 9. Mission Space opens in Future World at Epcot. What year did Mission Space open in Future World at Epcot? Of course, taking up the spot by replacing the old Horizons attraction. Now it is Mission Space. What year did it open? Placing those time windows, picking the right date, and hopefully your time window covers the year 2003. 2003 is when Mission Space opened. All right, event number 10. The Let the Memories Begin campaign begins at the Disney parks. What year did the Let the Memories Begin campaign begin at Disney parks? I used to love when they had these year-long campaigns throughout the Disney parks. Pretty cool. Lots of fun stuff going on. What year was Let the Memories Begin? What year did it start? That was back in 2010. All right, over to Animal Kingdom for event number 11. Navi River Journey opens at Disney's Animal Kingdom. What year did Navi River Journey open at Disney's Animal Kingdom? Probably around the same year as Flight of Passage. Probably about the same year Pandora the Land opened. If you know any of that, you'll probably get this one right. And time's ticking away. Time's up. 2017. All right, just 4 events left. Event number 12. Here we go. Eastern Airlines withdraws its sponsorship from If You Had Wings. Disney then removes all references to Eastern and eventually closes the attraction 2 years later. So if you know what year the attraction closed, this will help you narrow down the timeline, but we're looking for the year that Eastern Airline withdrew its sponsorship from If You Had Wings. What year did that happen? And that year, 1987. Then the attraction closed in 89. So we're looking for 1987. All right, this one could be simple for Epcot fans. Epcot Center is officially renamed Epcot with lowercase letters. What year was Epcot Center renamed Epcot? Take out the center. What year did they take out the center and decide that they didn't need all uppercase letters? That year was 1995. Number 14. The Hoop-Dee-Doo musical review premieres at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort. What year did Hoop-Dee-Doo musical review premiere at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort? It was a favorite of mine, and my family went camping at Fort Wilderness almost every year. Had a great time. Went to this a bunch of times. Still go every couple of years. We're looking for what year it premiered. Well, it's a very long-running show here at Disney World. 1974 was when it premiered. 74. All right, on to our very last event here, event number 15. Vinylmation, a Mickey-shaped vinyl collectible toy, releases in Park Series 1. What year was Park Series 1, the very first series of Vinylmation, released in the Disney parks? I have way too many of these. Way too many. But I loved collecting them. They came in a blind box. You traded them like pins. Lasted for a few years. What year did it debut? 2008. 2008. All right, that's it. It's all 15 events. Hopefully you did a great job this time. Hopefully you had fun like you always do. Hopefully you gathered the family around, played against each other, and let us know how you did, though. Let us know in the comments. Like I said, I want to know if people get all 7 of these in the first 7 questions. That blows my mind, people who do that. So I'd love to hear about it. So please, of course, like and subscribe to this channel. You get more content like this here on the Park Guide channel, and you'll get notified when new episodes come out, which happens to be every week. Well, that's it for this edition of Disney Decades. See you next time.